Ever wondered why you feel good after a workout or a hearty laugh? Or why you feel relaxed after a good meal? Well, the answer lies within our brains, where two little chemicals, dopamine and serotonin, play a pivotal role. These neurotransmitters not only regulate our mood and feelings of pleasure, but also play a significant part in our overall mental health. Stick with us as today's discussion will revolve around the science behind dopamine and serotonin and their effects on our mental health. Scene script. Let's begin with dopamine, often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter. Dopamine is a type of chemical messenger, known as a neurotransmitter, that plays several important roles in your brain and body. It's produced in two areas of the brain, the substantia nigra and the ventral tegmental area. Now think of neurotransmitters as the brain's communication system. They transmit signals across a junction called the synapse, from one neuron or nerve cell to another. Dopamine, in particular, is responsible for transmitting signals related to pleasure and reward. But dopamine's role extends beyond merely making us feel good. It's integral to our ability to think and plan. It helps regulate movement and emotional responses, and it enables us not only to see rewards, but to take action to move toward them. Let's delve a bit deeper into how dopamine influences our mood, motivation, and reward system. Imagine you've just accomplished a task you've been working on. That sense of satisfaction you feel? That's dopamine. It's released when your brain expects a reward. When you come across something that brings pleasure, your brain gets flooded with this neurotransmitter. But dopamine doesn't just respond to rewards. It's also released in response to stress and pain. This helps to motivate us to take action to alleviate the unpleasant feelings or situations. Moreover, dopamine plays a key role in our motivation. It's like the cheerleader of the brain, encouraging us to do the things that meet our needs and desires. It's the drive that keeps us focused on our goals, and it's what propels us forward in pursuit of the things that bring us joy and satisfaction. However, it's important to note that a balance of dopamine is essential for healthy brain function. Too much or too little can lead to a variety of health issues, including depression, addiction, and Parkinson's disease. In essence, dopamine helps us strive, focus, and find things interesting. It's the fuel that powers our drive to achieve, explore, and engage with the world around us. Now, let's shift our focus to serotonin, commonly known as the happiness hormone. Serotonin is a potent neurotransmitter, a chemical that transmits signals in the brain. Think of neurotransmitters as the brain's communication system, and serotonin is one of the key players in this system. It's produced in the brain and the intestines, with approximately 90% residing in your gut. The role of serotonin in the brain is multifaceted. It doesn't just affect one aspect of your mental state or bodily function. It has a hand in many. It's like the conductor of an orchestra, keeping various sections in harmony. When it comes to mood, serotonin is often linked with feeling good or being in a positive mood. Low levels of serotonin are associated with depression and anxiety, while optimal levels contribute to feelings of happiness and contentment. It's not a coincidence that many antidepressants focus on increasing the levels of serotonin in the brain. However, serotonin doesn't stop at mood regulation. It also plays a pivotal role in our sleep cycle. Serotonin serves as a precursor to melatonin, the hormone that tells our body it's time to sleep. So, if you're having trouble sleeping, it might be due to inadequate serotonin levels. Our appetite is another area where serotonin comes into play. It helps regulate when and how much we eat by influencing satiety signals. It's one of the reasons why when we're stressed and our serotonin levels may be lower, we might find ourselves eating more. Lastly, serotonin contributes to our overall sense of well-being. It's not just about the absence of negative feelings, but also about the presence of positive ones. It's about feeling content, satisfied, and at peace with the world. So serotonin, this tiny molecule, has an enormous impact on our mental health. It's a vital piece of the puzzle that makes us feel happy, content, and well-rested. In short, serotonin contributes to our feelings of well-being and happiness. Now that we have a basic understanding of these two neurotransmitters, let's delve into the science behind them. Dopamine and serotonin are often referred to as the feel-good chemicals of the brain. They are neurotransmitters, essentially the body's chemical messengers that transmit signals across a synapse, the gap between nerve cells, helping to regulate countless functions in our bodies. Let's first look at dopamine. It's all about reward and pleasure. When you do something that your brain perceives as beneficial, like eating a delicious meal or receiving a compliment, dopamine is released. This release triggers a feeling of pleasure and satisfaction. It's your brain's way of saying, "Good job, do that again." Dopamine also plays a significant role in motivation, helping you to focus and strive towards your goals. Now let's turn our attention to serotonin. Unlike dopamine, which is primarily about reward, serotonin is more about mood and well-being. It helps to regulate your sleep, appetite, and mood. When serotonin levels are healthy, you're more likely to feel calm, content, and generally happier. Low levels of serotonin are often linked to conditions like depression and anxiety. But here's where it gets fascinating. Dopamine and serotonin don't work in isolation. They interact with each other in a delicate balance to affect your mood and behavior. For instance, when dopamine levels rise, serotonin levels tend to decrease, and vice versa. This is due to the inhibitory nature of serotonin on dopamine pathways in the brain. It's like a seesaw. When one side goes up, the other goes down. This balance helps to regulate our emotional responses. For example, after the initial rush of dopamine when you achieve a goal, serotonin helps to even out your mood, preventing extreme highs and lows. It's important to note, however, that an imbalance in these neurotransmitters can lead to mental health issues. High levels of dopamine can lead to feelings of euphoria, hyperactivity, and paranoia, while low levels can cause lack of motivation, fatigue, and feelings of sadness. On the other hand, low levels of serotonin can contribute to depression, anxiety, and sleep disorders. So, dopamine and serotonin play a crucial role in regulating our mood, motivation, and overall mental health. Their delicate balance in our brain is what helps us to experience life with a healthy range of emotions and responses. This understanding can be a stepping stone towards fostering better mental health and well-being. We've talked a lot about dopamine and serotonin, but what are the key takeaways here? The first thing is understanding these neurotransmitters themselves. Dopamine, often dubbed the feel-good hormone, is a neurotransmitter that plays a vital role in how we feel pleasure. It's involved in reward, motivation, memory, and more. It's like the fuel that keeps your motivation engine running. On the other hand, serotonin, also a neurotransmitter, is commonly associated with feelings of happiness and well-being. It helps regulate mood, social behavior, appetite, sleep, memory, and even sexual desire. It's like the calming balm that keeps you balanced and content. It's crucial to understand that these neurotransmitters are not just about feeling good, they are also intertwined with our mental health. An imbalance in either of these can lead to issues like depression, anxiety, and other mental health disorders. It's like a seesaw. When the balance is disrupted, it can throw everything off. So how can we maintain this balance? It's not just about popping pills or seeking quick fixes. It involves a holistic approach that includes a healthy diet, regular exercise, adequate sleep, and managing stress. For instance, foods rich in protein, fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can help boost your dopamine and serotonin levels. Regular physical activity, particularly aerobic exercises, can also increase these neurotransmitters. Adequate sleep and stress management techniques like meditation can help regulate these levels as well. Remember, mental health is not a destination but a journey. It's about making small, consistent changes to your lifestyle and habits. It's about understanding your brain, your body, and making choices that support your overall well-being. So, to recap, dopamine and serotonin are crucial neurotransmitters that impact our mental health. Maintaining a balanced level of these is key to our mental well-being, and this balance can be achieved through a healthy lifestyle that includes a balanced diet, regular exercise, adequate sleep, and stress management. Remember, maintaining a healthy balance of dopamine and serotonin is essential for your mental well-being. As we wrap up this discussion, remember that understanding your brain chemistry is a step towards better mental health. Knowledge is power, And by understanding the roles of dopamine and serotonin, you are empowering yourself to make informed decisions about your mental well-being. These neurotransmitters, dopamine and serotonin, are the unsung heroes of our mental health. They regulate our mood, appetite, sleep, and even our ability to learn and focus. When they are balanced, we feel happier, more content, and more in control of our lives. But remember, watching this video is just the first step. The real magic happens when you put this knowledge into practice. So don't just watch, act. Start being more mindful of your mental health, just as you are of your physical health. If you found this video helpful, do consider subscribing to our channel. We've got plenty more insightful content on health and wellness coming your way. And if you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to give it a like, drop a comment about your key takeaways, and share it with your friends and family. Let's spread awareness about mental health together. Thank you for watching. Remember, it's your mental health. Take care of it just as you would your physical health. Until next time.